middle school band director used to say that he was teaching us a second language, that as a musician you could travel the world and sit alongside other musicians and all read from the same sheet music or play the same blues form, all without uttering a word. My name is Drew, and this is Brian. We've been playing music together for over 10 years, and music is definitely a way that we communicate outside verbal interaction. We first met at a jazz camp at the University of Iowa before our freshman year of college. In college, we then continued to play in jazz ensembles, and once we got the opportunity to compose for our own small groups, we wanted to try to incorporate our other musical interests, such as electronic, hip-hop, and ambient music. It's been an ongoing process, but over the years, we've found different tools, electronics, and instruments that we can play alongside our acoustic instruments to help us blend jazz, a very improvisatory style of music, with these other styles of music which often don't involve much improvisation at all. So our setup today, I've got my electric bass running through a reverb pedal and delay pedal, my microKORG synthesizer, which gives me many options for sounds and instruments. Brian will be playing trumpet, sometimes through an effects pedal. His laptop will be playing pre-recorded sounds and samples that are then run through a touchpad effects processor called a Chaos Pad. Now, this gives Brian the ability to sort of improvise with these sounds that would normally be played the exact same way from the laptop every time. And it's also a nice way to create different textures and soundscapes that we can then use as transitions between tunes or lay as a foundation to then improvise over. And like many musicians, when we perform, we try to create a unique experience, not only for ourselves, but for the audience as well. And one way that we try to do this is through this idea of soundscapes. When you think of soundscapes, you might think of birds chirping or wind rustling through the trees, but at the root of it, it's trying to mentally take you someplace else. And I think the same applies to us as musicians. We want to make you feel something when we play. We want to create a space that you feel that you can let your mind wander into and let the music take you someplace else. So when we combine our melodies and our harmonies and our textures and soundscapes, we can kind of tie our string of tunes together and create more of a whole unified experience rather than the usual tune, applause, and so on. And then another way that we try to create this experience is by adding visuals. So today from my laptop, I'll be cueing abstract animations that I've made to add another element in this space that we're creating. And hopefully with all of this, you'll be able to think less about the fact that you're watching two musicians perform on stage and focus more on this idea of a completely unique present moment that you can let your mind wander into and forget about the rest of the world even just for a few minutes. Over the years, Brian and I have created some things that we're pretty proud of, and we hope to share some of that with you today.